Elephants are there, he's been put out of the cliff, and no tinge of fear on his face or mind. So he is under level. So these are, regardless of material odds, Krishna will help you. Just what we have to do is serve. That's the last shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that Sarva dharman paritijya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshyami ma shucha. Just what he's saying, I will do. Don't fear. Right? But what you have to do? Sarva dharman paritijya mam ekam sharanam. Only my. That's why Gajendra prayers, when you read, you see that Gajendra specifically called Krishna. He takes out all the demigods, everybody. He calls Krishna. Then he comes. Because Krishna wants complete surrender. Right? So this is the theme of chapter 1. First theme is that Lord gives protection. Lord is giving protection to everybody. But to the one who is surrendering, is the devotee, to him, anybody, even if a demon is there and he calls out Krishna by mistake, he will help. That kind of is Lord. Second is Lord as an intimate servant. Because here, he is not thinking that how can I become a chariot driver. Have you ever seen a boss is sitting as driver and the driver is sitting, or the servant is sitting behind the car, the back seat? Never it happens. So here he says that he shows his universal form, right? He is such a big, he is the Supreme Lord, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he doesn't think twice, he becomes the chariot. Because he is that's what I said, we are the servant of Krishna, right? We are the eternal servants of Krishna. But Krishna is more eager to serve us, even more than us. Have you seen that kind of owner and servant relationship, where owner is more keen to serve servant? We have seen servants who are more keen to serve their owners, but owner is more keen to serve their owners. The Bhagavad Gita introduces Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as this intimate servant of his devotees. For example, as Arjuna's chariot. So Bhagavad Gita chapter 1 itself shows that Krishna is the intimate servant. He wants to serve his pure devotees, and also that his protection is there for everybody, whoever surrenders. Whoever. As I said, Gajendra, he is in the animal body. He is not a so-called devotee. If you say only devotees, Krishna saved. No. But at that moment, he remembered and he prayed, he surrendered to Krishna. Krishna saved him off. Right? So this is the theme of, this is the practical application of this chapter 1 we see, right? Thank you. Hare Krishna. जय प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री भगवद गीता की जय. Yeah,
you mentioned about Rishikesh and how he's the one dictating to guide us. Is it like intuition? Does he come like as an intuition?
Intuition. That intuition is super soul only inside us, which we call sixth sense, intuition and all that. Super soul only. Krishna sitting inside us is giving us guidance.
How do we know that we're acting on intuition, that it's Krishna's will, and if it's not?
So we always say the sixth sense is always right. Whatever coming from our heart is right. So basically, there are some criteria on which we can judge, right? People say that how would we know? Krishna was there in front of Arjuna, so he knows what is right, what is wrong. We don't know whether we are doing right or wrong. That is why spiritual master. That's why the senior devotees who can guide us, because they have seen the truth. That's the 4.4 shloka that comes in Bhagavad Gita, right? 4.4, but in chapter 4, right? So that is how that we have Chaitya Guru. Krishna is sitting in our heart as Guru. If we can listen to him, if we feel something, That's what sixth sense. We feel sometimes that this is the right thing to do. And when we do not feel that is why chanting. When we chant, then Chetu Darpan Vajana. Then we can hear what Krishna is saying from his side. Right now we cannot hear because there is so much dust. So by chanting and by always be in guidance of senior pure devotees or spiritual master if you have, you should always take guidance from him. Because it says, Krishna says that in Bhagavatam, the Sanskrit is, but the English meaning is that consider spiritual master as me only. And the Guru is me only, Krishna only, he says. So if you want a personified, Krishna, that is spiritual master for you. That's how we will know what is right. And that Shastras are there, do's and don'ts are there, right? What we should do, what we should not do.
About surrender. Yeah, about surrender. Would it matter if it's personally motivated?
Personally motivated. Yeah, Krishna says that even if you want, we should not ask for material things from Krishna, but even if we have material desires, we should ask Krishna. So in the starting, even if it's personally motivated, it will be purified slowly, right? So it's okay, as long as we are asking Krishna and nobody else. Okay, Krishna will take out those material desires from us slowly by seeing us that we are asking him, we are depending on him totally. Then he will take out those material desires that we have. Because everybody has. Devotees also have material desires. But for material desires also, even if you are surrendering for personal motivation, it's okay for the starting.
I noticed like lately in the media, social media, we learn about manifestation and things like that. And having grown in the Bhakti Yoga Society, I noticed that Krishna doesn't seem to bless all the devotees to become wealthy. Is it because we don't always pray for material things, so we're not like manifesting, or is it because Krishna wants us to surrender?
Yeah.
Because generally there's not really much very wealthy devotees. But
It's said that Krishna devotees are in India, it's very common. The Krishna devotees are not very wealthy and Shiva devotees are very wealthy. So that matter, depends on what we consider wealth. Because Lord Shiva obviously is the husband of Durga Devi, this material world. So he can give anything we need in this material world, and that we consider as wealthy. But Krishna can give us which nobody else can give. He is the Mukunda, that to give liberation. So that depends that what we understand wealth as. Of course, here we are considering right now in our mindset, we are thinking, who is such a big man? Big man means he has so much money, right? But in the Vedic times, you see a big man, wealthy, but you see his character bad. Money-wise, very big, but character very bad. So Krishna's devotees may not be wealthy from a material point of view, but they are wealthy because they are Krishna's devotees. See, imagine Krishna is just now we read intimate servant, and he gives anything to his devotees. So how wealthy we are like that.
Whatever we have got, if we will utilize it for Krishna's sake. So, if you utilize your energy for Krishna, then your life is already perfect. Right? So just like Arjuna doesn't chant his beads, but then Krishna says, "Oh, you are my pure devotee. You are my true friend." How come we will ask, how come Arjuna became his Lord Krishna's dear friend and become his devotee? Arjuna didn't chant his name. Then sabi niya, "Oh, you are my dear friend." Utilizing when Krishna instructed him to fight. So
He did not think that, he just fight.
he
Yeah.
just fight.
wants is our full dedication, surrender to Him. That's the last sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna wants surrender. Give whatever, as the mother said, our energy, money, time, everything to Krishna. We are never a loser. Because we become Krishna's pure devotee like Arjuna. Just by fighting for the will of Lord. He didn't want to fight, right? He didn't want, he said, I will be a beggar, But because Krishna wants, he fought. He still fought. So that is why what he got, not the kingdom and all, that is something he doesn't want. He became a pure devotee, Krishna's most favorite. That's what he got by working for him. Today I was reading 3rd chapter. So in that, the Krishna consciousness is working for Krishna. That's it. That is devotional service, that is Krishna consciousness, that is everything. The crux is work for Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness, that is devotional service, that is work. Simple essence. Yeah. Thank you, Hari.
Even our surrender is being measured by Krishna.
Yeah. How he's saying, give thamam prabhadante. How much? To what degree you surrender, I will respond.
See, like, even the fruit vendor doesn't like when she was selling fruits for sale. So she was not thinking about, I should, she just wanted to sell in order to earn money so she could buy rice. But because of that, out of nowhere, like Krishna heard that she was calling out his name, out of Nibbana. So what she did, when Krishna wanted fruits, so automatically she offered the fruits like, sincerely. Since Krishna was so pleased, and then the grains that Krishna was giving to the fruit vendor, so it turned into gold. So same thing like that. It's like whatever you give for Krishna, then Krishna reciprocates. If we only give, let's say 1/8, and then Krishna. So I don't know, because like Krishna.
It's simple, like Krishna said, it said in the scriptures that if somebody has 100 piso, right, and is giving 1 piso to Krishna, and another person who has 1 piso and giving 1 piso, so who is better, in proportion, in degree? He's giving all his money. For Krishna, that 1 piso is more important than the person who has 100 piso and giving 1 piso. So that is the kind of degree. It's not about how many lakhs, how many crores you have given, but how much proportion. That's what he said now. The degree you surrender. That proportion, ratio, degree, that matters. Because that this fruit vendor, Mother is saying, she didn't know when she gave all the fruits out of, because Krishna is so attractive, so cute. So she gave everything. She did not realize that the grains Krishna gave became gold. When she reached home, she realized. But all the way she was very happy. Just like that, by giving everything. She was not thinking, I did not get anything little grains, but will I do?
Same thing with our devotion, our sincerity. Krishna reciprocates. If you one step forward, Krishna will 10 steps forward. Same thing. So if we use like whatever money we have, let's say, that's according to Srila Prabhupada, we have to use it for Krishna's pleasure. I mean, engage, not all, but engage in Krishna's service.
Any talent, money.
Man karma bhajan in Hindi we say. That is by mind, by actions, and by money. All should be, whatever we have. Prabhupada even said, whatever talent you have, that's what he is the best. Whatever talents those hippies had, he used it. Somebody was good in carving, so he made the Rath Yatra. Somebody was good in, there was a devotee who was good in proofreading and printing and all. He was English professor. He was even, Prabhupada has engaged all his devotees as per their talent. That is what is Krishna consciousness. That whatever talent we have, we use it in Krishna service.
The master of senses. So the master of senses, so
That's why Bhava Vinaya Janardana, he sees the intentions.